was so close to not showing up today, and I thought, you know what, I'm not going to do my usual style, which is like business related. It is business related. It's a card reading for you guys, for business specifically. I'm literally using the Business Astrology Oracle. Let me just show you. It's freaking amazing. And I just thought, you know what, I use this in my business whenever I feel the need, and astrology is my baseline for everything. It's literally the Business Astrology Oracle. It's fucking amazing. It's so thick. And I thought, you know what, I've not done a collective reading, and I don't like to box myself in. So this is kind of just going to be a very much, it's Sunday today in Britain. If you are in the UK as well, then you will know the weather has shifted. So we are officially entering autumn season, which is very cold. I am very cold. I've switched on my heating now, which after not having it on all summer, I'm just like, I'm in that mood of like, get a nice tea. I've literally got myself my little herbal tea over here. I leave the tea bag in. So those of you who leave the tea bag in, you know, we just need it stronger, witches. And yeah, I have multiple personalities and I'm a multidimensional being, and sometimes in business, sometimes we just need to show up that way. So I felt the intuitive pull of being my psychic self and showing up, because I have an event on with a client coming up this week where it was very intuitive. I think I explained this in some of my videos before. If you're new here, then welcome. I help you get paid to be you through using your soul blueprint, and this video is a channel message for you, and I'm going to pull in just a second, but I thought, let's just have a little chit chat. Let's just have a little me and you time in my bed. Welcome. This is my space where I sleep and I do my visualizing and my meditation. All my mindset stuff happens here. My biggest breakthroughs also happen in this very space. So you are very welcome to like this most intimate private space of mine. Jokes aside, I'm just tired. I just felt tired today. I actually, those of you who don't know, I set myself the strong promise of coming up every day and showing up on YouTube every day. I'm close to doing this for nearly 30 days, you guys. Like, that's how long I've done this. I'm actually really, really fucking proud of myself for that, because those of you who know me, I've grown my accounts to obviously 10,000 on Instagram, 12,000 on TikTok, and this one's reaching about 400 and something. But on YouTube specifically, I've done this thing where I've been very in and out. I don't do that on other platforms. Like, I have left it behind, but only after I've reached a goal of like a certain amount of audience. So with YouTube, I've like been in and out energy. And this time I'm like, no, I'm going to show up 365 days, every single day, no matter what it is, for my people on YouTube, because it's important to me. It's like a space that I want to cultivate. It's a community that I want to build up. It's a mission of mine that I do want to create. And I've just been being lazy and not disciplined around it. And if I can discipline myself to lose weight, I can discipline myself to show up every day everywhere else, then why not on here, right? So I wasn't feeling it. And this is, again, I just want to be the embodiment for you, because I am a 6'2" in human design. Those of you who know, I also need to wash my hair. Anyway, I'm the embodiment of what authenticity looks like. So I will show up when I need to show up as part of my discipline process. But I'm letting you also know that I'm not showing up from a place of burnout. I actually had a 2-hour nap just before I showed up on here. So do not stick to rigidity is coming through really strong already before you even poured into the reading. But those of you who are like, oh, I need to show up a certain way, you don't. You literally really don't. I show up on TikTok all the time in all these different vibes and forms, because all of these makes me who I am, right? So don't be afraid to show up in all the different zones of who you are. Don't be afraid to show your personality in all the different areas, because that's what connects you to people. That's what connects your humanity. The second thing is, don't be operating from burnout. Like, I felt the laziness of filming today. I felt it about 3 hours ago. I was just like, I am so freaking tired. I do not want to film today. And if I let my mind control the situation, I wouldn't fucking show up for you guys. So instead of doing that, I discipline myself of going, no, what's going to feel like fun? So, okay, you don't feel like filming your usual type, but you can film something. Like, something can feel good to you, right? If a friend was coming over and you had to get up, how would you show up? It's like, oh yeah, if a friend was coming over, I'd get my cozy on. I'd be like, oh, let's pull some cards. That's what I feel like doing right now. So that's how I'm showing up for you, because you guys are my friends, right? You're my soul tribe. So again, I will literally show up for you guys the same way I show up for my besties, and I don't have a lot of them. Just saying. So let's get into this. I feel like I've waffled on. It's been a nice Sunday waffle. I'm loving this vibe. I might show up more like this regularly. Maybe this is like the Sunday thing that I could start doing. Let me know in the comments if you like it. Some of you might be like, no, Janie, shut up and teach us business. Cool, I will teach you business then. But no, I literally do a mix of everything. I just do me. So again, this is your permission slip to just do you. You're here to serve your clients, yes, but you're here to do it your way. You're here to do it in a way that feels fucking fun, feels authentic. So what does my online YouTube community, business entrepreneurs, intuitive creators, spiritual entrepreneurs need to hear right now? Oh, that flew out. Ooh, all right. So we've started off with Taurus, Earth Maiden, which is funny because my Mercury sign is actually Taurus. So we have Taurus here with Earth Maiden. You guys are natural abundance. You guys, abundance literally flows within you. Where have you forgotten that you are the abundance and abundance is all around you? This is literally like a reminder for you. Sorry, I'm coming too close to the flipping thing. But you are literally the embodiment of abundance, because abundance is an excess of anything. So where in your life do you have an excess that maybe you're not viewing as an excess? I'm also getting a really strong message here right now of you can have an excess of lack in your mind right now. So if you have an excess of lack in your mind right now, do you need to switch that up into an abundance of abundance? So if you have a lack mindset, that can be excessively overflowing in your mind, which then creates overflow of lack in your life. You're still abundant, but you're abundant of lack. So Taurus can be an energy that can flitter between the two extremes of life. It can be very, very poor because it's an abundant energy. Taurus is like the pleasure zone, the material zone, security, stability, all that good shit, right? But if it's not careful, like we live in this world of duality and polarity, we have two sides to every sign. We have two sides to every coin. This is literally what I'm diving deeper into, like Intuitive Creator and all my programs, guys, and also my free shit. Like the link is dropped in the description box below. You know where to go. But in there, I talk about the Mercury sign and how you make money from it. So again, if you carry, and a lot of us do carry Taurus, we have, obviously, it rules the second house. So your house placements also show you where you are possibly self-sabotaging yourself. If you're having pricing issues, money issues, self-worth issues, stability issues, it's all Taurus energy. So this can be a really good pointer as to how to clear up those blocks. So again, if you are feeling these, again, assess yourself, come into my free creator codes. The link is in the description box below. That will start to automatically rewire your mind because my Mercury is Taurus. It's very aligned. If you feel called, but you need to rewire your yang. Oh, build. Look at that. I love this. Right. The message is very clear for me right now of what you need to hear. Okay. Just with these two cards. So I'm going to put the deck down for a sec. We're going to dive into this. And I really want to unpack this for you so you know what to do. If you are feeling stuck, you're clearly, if you've clicked on this video, this is not meant for everyone. I'm going to title this as something as, this is meant to find those who it resonates with, right? But it's something to do with, you have the feminine and you have the masculine within you. But a lot of the spiritual creators and a lot of spiritual coaches and teachers and most business people are not teaching this, which is why I've taken up space with this shit online, because it pisses me off. This is where I was stuck with for years, right? We have this misconception because with this build, a lot of us in the spiritual online spaces, in the spiritual business communities, there are lots of teachers, there are lots of coaches teaching how to build business from the feminine space, from just being and from hypnotizing yourself and from literally being. But we have to build. We are also builders. Like, it doesn't just manifest, you guys. Like, it's Taurus energy is the builder. It's a very physical sign. It's a feminine energy, but it builds with practical sense, right? So what I'm getting is the yang is masculine energy. Now, all of us, this is not genders, this is literally the energies, right? We all have the masculine energy within us and we all have the feminine energy within us. Which part of you is imbalanced right now? You might be doing one more of one or the other. And then the second thing, so there's three things coming here through for you really, really clear. First of all, I want you to assess your business right now. If you have money struggles, if you're not feeling stable in your business, which area are you overdoing? You are overdoing one. Okay, that's really clear. If you're overdoing the feminine, you're doing and under the feminine comes, you're meditating, you're going for your walks, you're hypnotizing, you're visualizing, you're calling in, you're journaling on the new moon, you're doing all of the energy work, you're doing all of that stuff, right? But at the same time, you are lacking in the strategy, the content, putting yourself out there, being visible, the doing, building out your offers, pouring into that space, and doing all of this from a not burnt out space, from a space of not desperation, because you can be in the feminine and you could be doing visualizations, meditations from a space of lack, scarcity, desperation, neediness, right? And you can also be building from a space of stress, hustle, overworking, workaholic energies, like burnout energy, overwhelm, all of this stuff of like do. You're not meant to hustle either. You're meant to bring balance between the two of these energies and pour that into your business. So where can you get really clear on the feminine practices that are your non-negotiables every single day? So as an example, I'll give you, because I've literally just about balanced my business now and my business model. So I'm going to role model that to you. You want to take my footprint, you can. Blueprint. And this is literally what I'm teaching inside of Intuitive Creator, you guys. It's literally everything from my soul and my business and the way that I see and work with clients as well, right? So with my feminine, I go on my walks every single day in the morning for about an hour and a half, right? I do not do anything before I get my walk done. That is to reset my body. It's to reset my cortisol, my hormones, bring me into my feminine space. I will spend half of the walk listening to my mindset stuff, my mentorship, like all of my coaches, and get me into the zone of focus. Focus is so important in the world of distraction right now. If you are constantly bombarded and distracting yourself by loads of different mentors, loads of different information, you're going to find yourself even more lost. So for me, in order to really narrow in and cut the noise out, this is my practice. So I will go on that walk every single day without fail, whether I feel like it or not. And I will plug into what I need to plug into to keep me grounded. That's my feminine practice. And at nighttime, my second feminine practice is literally listening to visualization. So I'll rewire my mind every night to the goal that I want to reach until it's reached, and then I'll switch off and swap it to another goal. So that is the two core non-negotiables. The third thing that I tend to do if I need it, and most days I do need at least half an hour to an hour, is a nap. So I will build in naps into my daily practice. I will always get a nap in usually before I film, so that when I show up on here, I'm not burnt out. I'm not feeling really low energy. So I can provide my highest energy to you guys and the highest level of channeling or whatever the message is, right? So again, that's the feminine. Those are the three things that are non-negotiable. I do them without fail every single day, right? Now coming into the masculine, there are also masculine things that I do every single day without fail. And these are, number one, putting out content. So every single day I will show up for my people on TikTok, on YouTube, and in my emails. So I will make sure that I spend 1 hour, just 1 hour. Okay, this video you will see, it will literally be between anything from like 10 minutes to about 20 minutes, 25 minutes max on YouTube. So that takes me 25 minutes to film, 5 or 6 minutes to edit because I don't edit anymore, and I literally upload and boom, I'm done. That's YouTube done. I will take about 10 minutes on TikTok, post that, boom, I'm done. In less than an hour, it's my masculine strategy of putting out my content. Then I'll spend another hour just learning. So every day I will learn something new, whether this is from a book, a podcast, a mentor, just 1 hour spent learning. And then I'll spend about 20 minutes or half an hour to just apply that to my business. Maybe I'll create like inside of my offers, like Intuitive Creator, it's a membership. So every day I will be in there sharing some wisdom with my clients in there, right? So again, that's a new space that I've created, and I'll do my client work if I have client calls booked in. So again, it's less than 4 hours in total that I'm spending on my masculine. And again, if I don't have client calls in, it's literally like under 3 hours. It's about 2.5 hours roughly in my masculine. And the rest of the day, I can literally spend with my soulmate, go out for like shopping or spend time with my child. And I build in all of that. And I don't feel depleted. I don't feel burnt out. Okay, this is literally the key, you guys. We have to balance, because if you are tipping over in either one of these, something's going to feel not right. This is why your money flow stops, money blocks, all of that shit comes in. And then you also get other symptoms like not feeling right in your body, illness, sickness, disease, right? Dis-ease in the body. So again, really, really assess your business and you're the model that you're operating from. And then we've got Jupiter with expand. Oh, I love this. I love Jupiter. Jupiter's in my second house at the moment as well, which I absolutely love. Like, Jupiter is the planet of expansion, luck, and abundance. So if you're wondering which placement to go and like study and check into for the way in which you want to be operating in your business, to call in, to magnetize more clients, to attract them to you, I do 2 things with my clients. I go through their human design and I go through their astrology as like a core blueprint, and then I assess and I give them all the details. But if you're doing this yourself, you want to start with Jupiter. The more you tap into your Jupiter sign and the house that it is in. So what you want to be doing here is, if you want to attract more abundance, you want to attract more opportunities, you want to attract more clients, go and check your Jupiter sign, what the sign is on your birth chart. Literally just go to Google and just type in free birth chart, get it up. It will tell you Jupiter and it will give you the sign that it's in. So for example, mine says Jupiter in Leo, and then it will give you the house. Mine is in the 3rd house. When you step into that energy, you magnetize opportunities to you without even trying, okay? Because that's what Jupiter does. It's lucky. It's a lucky energy. You don't have to try for that luck. So as an example, because my Jupiter's in Leo, like the example I give you is when I go out and I get a haircut, and if I talk to an ideal soul client about their astrology chart, because Leo is generous. It's a very generous, giving energy. So the more generous I am with my wisdom, with what I've learned, I gave the lady who was doing my hair a free astrology reading for her, and then I went into her husband's as well, and I was just like, this is this, blah, 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 just being me, because I love to do that, and that's how I connect with people. And in doing that, because the 3rd house, so it's in Leo, right, the sign, and it's in the 3rd house. The 3rd house is represented by Gemini qualities. So it's writing, reading, communication, talking, sharing knowledge, sharing information. So because I express that and it's all identity related work, she's now booked me in for a whole entire team event, and I'm doing like a spiritual astrology event for them. Paid. So again, Jupiter can land you blessings and abundance like that. That's just one example. And I've had this happen multiple times when I sit in my Jupiter energy. Okay. So again, go to your Jupiter sign. If you really want to tap into that, that's something that's going to be really beneficial for you. So I feel like that's a good enough reading for you guys right now, but I don't know why. I'm just going to pull one more, just to see any extra shit that you might need to know right now about like money making or whatever the thing, because I feel like a lot of you are stuck. Like you do get stuck with your money, you get stuck with your identity, you get stuck with like the how-to, and it's like sometimes you don't need the how-to because it's all inside of your soul. Your soul has a blueprint. Astrology gives you that blueprint, and it's literally just applying it to your life, right? Again, Mars has come up and sextile, which is the potential, or every single one of you has the potential, but not a lot of you are stepping into action. So I'm getting the main message is, earlier I talked about the feminine masculine strategies. I feel like not enough of you are taking action with the masculine. You need to do more masculine stuff in your business instead of the feminine. So drop doing the feminine, or align with, okay, you are doing certain things in the feminine space, which you're doing really well. Great. Now it's time to move over to the Mars part, right? Where you're going to be taking action. It's initiative. You have to take intuitive, inspired action, because otherwise the results aren't going to show up for you. So this is your reminder to literally, the more money you want, the more security you want, you need to be the one to go and do the thing, but it's not from force. It's like a different type of energy. It's aligned energy. It's looking after your daily practices, your daily habits, because that's the 1% every single day that will literally, what's the word I'm looking for? Compound into that end result, right? This is what I did with my TikTok, my Instagram. When I grew it to 12,000, it was every single day showing up, every single day doing little snippets of like information, little sharing here and there, every day just being disciplined and changing and learning and evolving and developing. That eventually resulted in that, and then the money comes, right? It shows up, but you need to take action. So if you are new here, subscribe if you haven't already, like this video, and yeah, drop me a comment if this like resonated, because obviously I'm just putting this out. This is meant to find whoever it's meant to find. And yeah, my little snud chat today for a Sunday. This was fun. I will do more of these when I feel intuitively drawn to not fucking showing up the normal, usual way that I do. Because it's Sunday today. I'm in the Sunday vibes. And also I was born on a Sunday. So yeah. Mwah.